So, what is up everybody? Hans is back. Today's Sunday. I hope you all guys have a wonderful day. And today in this short video, I'm going to introduce you a little bit about how to remember faster, how to learn something faster. And you probably want to learn more because you follow my channel and you haven't heard of this topic a lot recently. So that's why I want to tell you something about how to remember more, how to learn faster. But first of all, you need to understand the structure of our brand. You should understand how our brand works. Alright, without further ado, let's introduce this. So this is our brand. Look at this picture. This is a left brand. I don't know how to draw this picture. But like this part is your right brand, right? And this part, I forgot the name, but something deep inside. All right, this is our brand. So look at this picture. This is our left brand, right? This is our right brand. Each brand has its own functions. For the left brand, we are using it for remembering like words, languages, vocabularies maybe, and different formulas, different functions, numbers, and let me keep on going, like different concepts, structures. It's something abstractive. Those are the something we use for our life brand. And this part, most people don't use. 90% people don't know how to use your right brand. And this brand is mainly for visualization, pictures, and let me see, and images, or imaginations, or dreams, or maybe like videos. You can see this is more about visualization. It's something about more about pictures. So you can see some artists, some painters, they're really good at using their right brand to think. And for some people who are good at the novels, you can see why this guy always have a great idea. Why they can design a lot of things a lot. The designers are good at using the right brand. Some writers, authors who write novels are good at right brands. So that's their own structures. For the left brands users, they are probably are good at, is good at speaking, properly speaking. They are good at mathematics, science, or something that using more about their words, vocabularies, linguistics. So that's the basic functions, but that's not 100% certain because some people use left brand and use right brand and use different functions to create different things. So that's a structure of our brand. So if you understand this part, you are going to understand how our brand works and make better learning or make better decisions. So let's keep on going. So can you see me? Can you see me? Right, wonderful. I'm going to put it here a little bit so you can see me out better. So, for example, I teach you something, or I'm a teacher. I'm giving you some concepts, some blah, 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 blah. I don't know what is it, but you have to remember it now. So this is our function of our temporary brand memory. Temporary memory. And this is another store of the memory. It's like in computer science, we call it cache. Cache, we just put something here and finally put it here for the long-term memory. This is our long-term memory. This is our medium-term memory. And this is going to be our short-term or temporary memory. So look at this. 7 parts. There are 7 parts of our temporary memory. For example, if I tell you something, hey, keep in mind, I'm gonna give you my phone number. My phone number is 139-498-774. Sorry, this is not real my phone number, but you can just see this. This is random numbers you have to remember right now. So each time, for example, you remember 139-485-66. For example, this is not my real number again. And 78. Look at this. So you just put into your temporary memory. You put into your temporary memory, but you can remember it right here. But after 20 minutes, if you are not using it, what's going to happen is your brain will automatically clean up this part. You delete this part. It's just like a computer. Sometimes it clean out our trash into our brain. So if you want to remember something and you have to remember it again, after 10 minutes, you need to stimulate this part a little bit, stimulate this part a little bit, stimulate this part a little bit, so that you can put into this medium-term memory. Medium-term memory is, alright, I started to remember this a little bit deeper, so without after 2 days, you know, your brain is gonna automatically delete this part, medium part. So before you forget it, you need to stimulate it a little bit, stimulate it a little bit to put into the long-term memory. So then it's gonna clear up this part. So that's why we sometimes need to remember them over and over. There's no shortcut. So when you put it right here for the long-term memory, and it's not the end, you need to keep to remember it, keep it stimulated until this function is going to put in there. This part of your, let me check this word a little bit. Let me see, this name is, oh, wait a second. I don't have connections right now, but anyway, it's not a big deal. Keep it going. So then you put it here. So that's called your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain is going to remember this for really long term. So it's, for example, some important situations in your lives, or some important things you have to do, and that's, for example, what's your name, who you are. Those are the parts in this part, your subconscious brain. So right, you can see the whole structures, right? So sometimes every single day you need to handle numerous things, numerous situations, a lot of different things, a lot of different situations, your environment, and because of that, at the end of the day, you're going to store a lot of random things. You can call it trash. A lot of trash related into your brain to make it slow down. So that's why some people suggest you to meditate a little bit. So when you meditate, how it works is something that, look at this, is something that is going to clean up your trash into your brain. Trash, clean out those trash. So now your brain is clear. You can remember new things. You clean up your cache. So you can start to remember new things. That's why sometimes you need to have a good sleep. And the process of sleeping is you put something, transfer those kind of information, transfer this into a different brain. And now when you sleep, your right brain start to work. Your right brain start to put into the different images. Images is going to connect with the random information. So that's why sometimes you're going to have the really weird dreams. So that's how it works. So why some people are so different? Why some people can remember a lot? And why some people learn something faster? Because they understand how to use your right brand, and this is the main thing I want to discuss to you. So most people, if they only remember those type of concepts and words, they put into their information, into their memories. You can see each step by step, and forget it and remember it again, forget it and remember it again. It takes so much effort, but not work. So for the smart people, for the people who know how to learn, they just combine their life brand and the right brand, and I'm going to tell you how they do it. For the life brand users, they can start to remember some, remember some words. Yes, they make a catalog. They make structures. They make different structures and put this part into here. Something belongs to this organization. Another part belongs to here. And this something that connected to each other. And this part related to this part of words. And this part they related to that part of words. And something because of this is going to connect it to another part and connect it to another part. And finally it's making like a branch. Make a different branch and something related to here and something related to here. And this is going to make a connection for each other. And all they need to think is put into this as a picture. So for the people who remember using their right brand, then think of a picture. At the same time, they can remember all those kind of information. And it's just, oh, it's so easy. All I need to remember is just like the, you can see, well, they can just remember a bottle, a cup, or coffee, and put it here like a flower. So flowers have so many new information right here. So all they need to do is just to remember the picture. And this is the key point because of this introduction, I'm going to introduce what is the memory policy. There are a lot of people introduced that they can remember a lot of things faster. They can probably remember 1,000 words, 1,000 pi after 3.189, 550, and random words like that. How they remember that? They are genius. They are superhuman beings? No. They just understand how to use the memory policy. I'm talking memory, P-A-L-A-C-E, memory palace. Memory palace is this kind of things. So let's say you have to remember some info right here, but normal people just directly put it here, put it here. But for the memory policy users, we gotta transfer it to here and put into an image, put into a situation. What's this? This is your room. Maybe you're on bedroom, let me draw a picture. Your bedroom, something put into some pictures and a book, and this is a place, and this is your door. This is maybe a bike, or this is your laptop right here, and you can see this is a familiar situation, a familiar environment, right? So they put these random words or random things. Maybe they can find something related to this info, like a pronunciation. It sounds like something, or this info can transfer it to something about images. They directly transfer into their room. And for example, let me see a word. You need to remember a concept called Lollapalooza effort. I don't know how they describe it. Lollapalooza effort. Maybe you can say it's like a loop. Loop is something look like a bike. Lollapalooza effort. For example, I'm just giving you an example. You can just start to remember something. Effort is something you have to make your bed in the morning. So now you can just imagine this room. making your bed, you're making an effort, you're looking at this loop, so you start to think Lollapalooza effort. This is just example. For example, here is another image. This is not your bedroom, this is your classroom. You're familiar with here, you are sitting here, another guy sitting here, this is a table, and you just transfer those random information into your right brain. One right or one wrong, you can remember almost 100 things. And another wrong is 100 things. So combine them for the 10 wrongs, that's 1,000 things. That's how they can remember faster. That's why they can remember things, more things directly. So if you understand the memory palace, you can remember faster. That's just one tip. And take some notes or just enjoy this, grab your coffee or tea and watch this. You can go to practice that or find some materials. Oops. And go ahead and check that out. And another part, and is you probably really want to know, is how to learn faster. Learn faster, learn different things. For the language part, as a Chinese native speaker, as a Mandarin speaker, I realized that if I learn some language, some new words, one way I can truly help me to remember it is using it. Sometimes I use it, I probably remember it twice because when I use it, I start to put into the reality, put into the real context. And for example, the language I'm currently learning, Russian, every time I use it, I remember it. Even though this word is hard, even though this word is really long, it's going to help you to remember it, right? Using it, that's one way you can do. Maybe you can say, hey, I don't have a lot of ways to use it. If I remember the concept, how can I remember it? How can I use it? It's simple. Just share it. Just teach it. Just give people some examples or something you learned. Maybe shot a video or whatever you can do, but try that. That's a way that helps you to remember more. The second tip, there are not a lot of shortcuts, but indeed they have. That's sometimes because the first way I tell you is your right brain. You need to summarize what you learned quite often. You can see, hey, this is key point. This is, for example, today I learned oracles. I need to say this ORAC, oracles. What I've learned, first part, I learned how to search, how to use Oracle database to search, and search some information related to understanding how to just what type of search I'm going to use. It's called connection search, and another part is and numbers, different way of search and search numbers, search each structures, and also I learned how to create the table, and also I learned the functions. What I've learned, one part is searching for analytical functions. This part is just looking like structure is you can count numbers over. This is structure, and for the search part also I remember this, like this is condition search. Condition part you have to use. One way is through if, one way is through decode, one way is through case when, and this is the structure and the grammar part. For the analytical functions is for the ground over, and for the situation, for the condition here is partition by, and this part is using for group each different For the normal combined, you can call it gather functions. You have to use group Y to make different group. And for the table part, I've learned is some part is called create table, and another part is delay table. It's the truncate table, and delay table is drop table. For another part, insert table. Insert each step, set, add values. And for the function parts, I also learned the structure of, the function part. I also use each variables. For the variables, for the different date is the toDate structure, and you can see I start to draw a picture. I start to use images to remember this. When I start to write it down, I start to think of, oh, which part I remember, which part, in fact, I couldn't remember it. So I'm going to remember them again. I start to understand which part I'm learning, I'm good at it, which part is my weakness. So every time you don't need to review the book over and over, you just draw an image tree and understand it. If you can describe it, that means you understand this concept. Well, if it's hard for you to remember or explain this concept, that means you need to review it. So for the vocabularies, for the new concepts, you can use it at the same way. You don't need to put your vocabulary book and read it and repeat it. For example, you need to recall them first. If you can remember them, alright, that means you remember it. If you can't recall it, that's the time to learn them again. I hope you guys enjoyed this short, long video. This really long videos, but it's really helpful. If you like this video, please here. Please, I hope you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I see you on the next one. Peace!